So after building my ute tray, I was sort of humming and hawing what lighting to run on this ute, because predominantly I do sort of rock crawling and night runs and stuff in pretty tight areas, and I need like a good spread. So I previously got a light bar from Auxbeam, which is wicked, but it's more of like a sort of, I don't know, more of a distant sort of light bar, so I'm going to chuck that one on the N70. And then I was sort of humming and hawing what I'm going to do with this ute, so I went, I might start talking to the Auxbeam guys again and see what they can offer us. And they came through big time. They ended up giving me a set of 5-inch side shooters, a pair, and 2 pairs of the 4-inch side shooters, plus a switch panel. One big thing I'm hoping for is that this switch panel they sent me covers up this big dirty hole in the dash. Fingers crossed I can mount it in there, and that'll cover up this horrible hole that I have to keep looking at every time I jump in the ute, and then I'll be able to control all my lights with it. These things are sick. I'll actually throw up a link to when I install one of these in the N70. This is a 6-gang one. The last one I put in the N70 is an 8, but this ute's pretty damn basic, so all I'm going to be doing is running some lights, maybe a fridge. Yeah, just keep it real simple, 12-volt wise. And how's this? Fresh as. They sent me a shirt too, so it's probably like the only shirt I got that actually doesn't have holes in it. So I'll try. I won't promise anything to you know, keep it new for at least, I don't know, at least the first three or four wears. But we'll see how we go. Ooh, can we get a sticker too? Hell yeah, that's the go. Whew. A splash. One of the cool features, take out of the way, is the LEDs down the side. So they're a side shooter, hence the name. They shoot light out the side. Most, you know, light bars and LED lights and things have a good spread, but I'm really keen to see how these go. These should be sick. So realistically, I'll have no need for side lights now. These should be able to do the job of 2 lights. Another thing with them too is they've got like an amber light built into them also. And same thing for the little ones, hey? They got the little side shooters as well as the amber light, 3 pins. Same as the big ones, just smaller really. So as always with everything I've gotten through Auxbeam, they give you the harness as well, which is pretty awesome. So you don't need to go buying relays or switch panels or anything if you don't need to. But there you go, you got your on and off for your standard light or your on and off for your amber light. You can run both at the same time. There's a little relay tucked in there. Yeah, fuses and whatnot. Little connectors connect straight into there. So what I'll probably do, I'll probably actually hack this harness up and use this part of this harness to hook into here. So what I plan on doing is mounting these 2 large ones on the bull bar. So I'll have 1, 2, and I'll have the 4 little ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, just along the top of the headboard. So these will come on with high beam, but the amber light will come on with my switch panel, so I can press amber for here. And then the ones up the top will all solely be controlled through this. So I'll probably have amber front lights, on top lights, and amber top lights. So, but and then I'll have a couple other little accessories I can hook up as well. I might run my fridge through the switch panel, air compressors and whatnot. Can run it all through that. So even water pumps, whatever you name it. So these make all your wiring so damn easy. They come with all your stickers and things for all your accessories. And basically, you just get this little switch panel with your little buttons that you hook up to your little circuits in here. So you just hook up, basically, program your button to your little fuse block. So you got a choice of different amp ratings. You can change the fuses to whatever you wanted if you needed to. Hook it up to earth, hook it up to battery, plug that little plug there into your switch panel. And then it even comes with a circuit breaker, full wiring harness, everything you need as usual with these guys. There's a little mount usually hidden in here somewhere. They've got bits everywhere, they pack them bloody good. Got this little mount here, so you can actually mount your switch panel on top of your dash or off your roof or wherever you wanted to mount that. Comes with little fuses and bits and pieces and screwdrivers that fit inside these little holes. Full mounting kit, little trigger wire, like, oh wait, there's more. Another little mounting bracket for here, so you can mount it flush, which I'll be using that. Heap of cable ties, bit of foam, like everything you need. I've seen a lot of people mount them up here, which yeah, it's cool, but I'm weird with the lights and I'd rather the lights out of my eyes, so I'm not going to put it there. I'm not going to put it up there. It's not an aeroplane. I'm going to stick mine over the hole. It looks like it's going to fit there too. But anyway, that's enough talking, because I'm going to get a little busy now. Got a little bit going on here. So now that all the lights are fitted, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to mount the switch panel, mount the little switch assembly in the cab, and then I'm going to start hacking up this harness and this harness and this harness to start running some power to these bad boys. So I've run into my first predicament. This little piece here can go on the back of there to add little mounting tabs each side of it. However, this bit is too long for where I want it to go. The other little bracket that's supplied just sits on the back like so you can angle it and whatever, but if I have that all together, it's going to be way too far away from where I want it, and the hole's still visible. And yeah, I won't even screw in, so they're both not going to work. I've got a bit of a solution. They've got these little holes in the back of them here, little threaded holes. If I get my camera to focus. What I'm going to do is just drill a hole in here so I can screw in from the back, one side, and this side will just be goo. And I'll just screw one side in, goo the other side, run the cable through that big hole, and then we're away. You only get 2 bolts in it, not the 4, but with the goo holding it in place, yeah, it's not going anywhere. That's part of the dash now. Next up, I'm going to try and find a place to mount this little panel here. So I figure the switch panel can sit in there, nice, neat, easy little place for it. Can access all my fuses. Cool thing is, they give you spare fuses, they even give you a little tool so you can get the fuses out. And when you blow a circuit, like I explained in the other video, little LEDs tell you what circuit's blown so you can easily diagnose any problem. They look a little bit daunting, but they're actually really easy to wire up. So this is the connection to my switch panel. This is a red wire. I've actually trimmed it because it's your trigger wire, so it turns the panel on. It's like a REM wire for an amplifier in a car. So you meant to hook this to the ignition, so when you turn your key on, that has power, but I'm just going to hook it straight up to battery power because this here will have a separate isolator for the whole vehicle. So when I turn the isolator on, everything powers up. And it just clips into here, just like this. And then I'm just going to run this wire here onto the positive terminal. The black negative terminal here just goes to earth. Pretty self-explanatory, that one. Power supply in, pretty straightforward, just straight to your positive terminal. So basically once you got these all wired up, you can start adding some accessories. So what I'll do is I'll start going through what circuit's going to be what, and yeah, start passing some wires through for the lights. Moment of truth, this is what I've wired up to, a little switch in here. Let's go see. Hey, it's alive. Nice. So now that's all wired up. That's got power, we know that works in there. Time to wire some lights up. And I've run the wires just into the headboard so I can keep it nice and neat. It just came out of this little box section here. I'll poke it through a grommet in the cab and then just, yeah, hook it up to my circuits with the switch panel. So I got my earth just onto one terminal, the amber onto one circuit and the white light on the other circuit. Got that button there for amber and that one for the white. And now we got power. Sick. So I'm going to go under here, remove my old light bar that doesn't really do much because it's a bit of a silly spot. Get rid of that and use the wiring harness that goes to that. I'll hook it into my spotties. So one pin will come from that circuit, one pin will go to earth, and the other pin will connect to the Auxbeam switch panel, which will then power up the amber lights at the top up here. So I've got the main harness from the lights running up to here. I've just opened up the insulation on it. So I'm going to run my red wire, which is the wire that powers up just the normal white light, to my original relay. Black to earth obviously, and the white one is going to go into my Auxbeam switch panel. Just in here for the amber lights. Well, there we go, all the wiring's done. Now all that's left to do is just to get this little sticker panel and basically just match up what stickers need to go on there. Spoilt for choice, got a heap of different ones, but I'll work out what stickers are for what. Good thing too about these stickers is you can just peel them off too and stick them back on the sheet. So for now, because I've got 3 circuits that aren't being used, I'll eventually just, once I work out what I'm going to do with them, stick them back on here, find the little sticker that I need for the circuit that I'm using, and keep adding accessories. Time to wait for night time and see how this thing goes. So I made it out for a bit of testing out here, just at the local play hills, just having a bit of a muck around, testing these lights out at night time, and like, boy am I impressed. These are sick. Check this out. Look at the light these things throw out the side, let alone the front. Like, I'm a good distance away and I'm properly lit up. Even before having these lights on, I had a set of side pod lights that were just straight out the side, just as a floodlight. And they didn't even put out as much light as these things. So I'm standing right beside the car and you can see how much light these put out straight away as I walk around. The camera absolutely hates them because they're so bright. But very impressed. Very impressed with the light they put out. Not only forwards, but sideways as well. The only thing really restricting my side lights on the front is actually the bull bar now, just in the location they are, but that's basically straight out the side. Same with the top lights. Light is just straight out the side. Even standing behind the car, look where I am at the moment, I'm behind the ute and I'm still getting lit up. Even down here on the ground beside the ute, there's a small little shadow, but realistically, if you want to look out your window and see what's beside you, you can, because the light just goes straight out. Alright, so we're just in the car at the moment, parked out here on a track. That's it, lights off. Can't see anything but my fancy switch panel. That's just a normal regular low beam. That's the high beam with the side shooters, once the camera can focus. Decent amount of light still out the sides. Yeah, you can see still a fair way down the track, like remarkably well for a small set of lights. Decent distance out the side. You can see, trees and things over here, which you could never see with traditional sort of spotties. Come down to my switch panel. Going to put on the top roof lights. So by pressing that button, and then there's more light again. This time with the roof ones, I can see directly out the side windows, both ways. They light up, light at the top of this pole, which is right beside me, and all the way down on the ground, like right beside the car, which is perfect for what I want to do. I can see the front wheel easily enough. See, basically everywhere. I'm going to turn off the high beam, and that's just the top lights that are on the roof, just those top 4-inch lights, which gives plenty of light out both sides. And still plenty of distance, which is really surprising for their size. Like, for the stuff I do, I really don't need to see that power pole in the distance. All I want to do is see about there in front of me. So yeah, more than impressed for the type of driving I'm going to be doing. So I'll show you the different modes that this switch panel can do. So that's all pretty standard, just to press the button, lights turn on, press the button, lights turn off. But there's 3 different modes. So if I double tap this button here, the panel will start flashing. Then what I can do is I can change the colours of these little lights. I'll show you, for example, if I go to blue, press mode again, now that light will just be momentary. So I can tap it, light turns on, but as soon as I release my finger, light turns off again. Good for winch controls, certain other things, probably not so good for lights. If I double tap it again, go back to the same mode, set it to green this time, press mode, now that light becomes on a strobe setting. And you can also alter the pattern of the strobe in your app. Double tap it again, start flashing, back to red, press mode, and then now it's just back to a normal light again. Pretty straightforward. So with that switch panel, it's also got the Bluetooth feature too, so I can be completely away from the car and also activate all my lights individually. I can also change the brightness of the panel, make it crazy bright, make it dim, change all the colours, pink, red, you know, green, orange, any colour you want. I like blue, so I'm going to go with blue. So on the app also you can change the icons of what you want. So your phone, all these little panels up here will actually match your panel in real life. So you just go through, select the panel, choose your icon, and you can mark all your different icons to match your panel up so you know what you're pressing when you're on your phone. You can also set icon names, so you can name it whatever you want to name it in case it's something unique. Add your own custom photos to the icons too if you wanted to make it something that, you know, isn't in the default icon selection, which there is heaps, so I very much doubt you will have any issues with that. You can change those 3 modes like I was saying before, the toggle, momentary and the pulsed. You can do that all with the app. You can also group buttons too, so you can have a whole bunch of lights come on at the same time. So say for example if you press this button, 3 other lights would come on. You can also group it as well, edit groups and make it so on here. So for example you wanted to turn your amber light on but you want that light to come on at the same time, you press that and that one would light up at the same time if you were to group them. Well, that basically wraps up the video. Appreciate you guys watching and hopefully gave you a bit of insight to these lights and the switch panels that these guys do. I'm impressed with them, so yeah, keen to get out in tracks and test them properly now.